A Friday night in Western Pennsylvania, you're in the right place to be. Home on the hardwood as it's rivalry night at Bethel Park. Here on Blackhawk TV, the Baldwin Fighting Highlanders, the Bethel Park Black Hawks, all here on Blackhawk TVs. We present coverage in partnership with JRM Video Production. We welcome you above the court. Austin Bechtel and Tyler Zeman alongside Baldwin and Bethel Park, two teams that have kind of struggled in section play so far. Baldwin has still not won a section game, 1-3 for the Blackhawks, and these are two coaches very familiar with each other, as Jamal Woodson, the head coach of the Baldwin Fighting Highlanders, his old assistant, Steve Norman, now the head coach of the Blackhawks in his first year.
Yeah, these two schools so close together. There's going to be familiarity with each other, some overlapping, and that's exactly what we have tonight. Two schools that would be considered rivals in the area are going at it, and they both need a win desperately tonight. Like you said, Baldwin winless in the section. They need to get it going as it flips into the back half, and for Bethel Park, just one on the season, looking to double that and potentially turn it into more.
The boys' teams in this rivalry are not section rivals anymore, non-section opponents that met earlier this year, but the girls' teams are. This is the first of two meetings. One will be later on at Baldwin High School as you take a look at some of the early warm-ups. Bethel Park won last game against Canon-Mac, 59-43. Baldwin played Canon-Mac in its last game as well. That one, disaster for Baldwin, 58-36. The Fighting Highlanders have lost 4 games in a row, including an overtime loss to Chartiers Valley, a loss to Oakland Catholic, and a loss to Mount Lebanon. On the opposite side for Bethel Park, that win against Canon-Mac got the job done to end a 2-game losing streak to Thomas Jefferson and Chartiers Valley. The Bethel Park boys will take the court next to battle the Thomas Jefferson boys in what, again, is expected to be a fantastic game here tonight. Losses to Peters Township, Mount Lebanon, and Trinity on the schedule for Bethel Park earlier in the year, as well as so it was that 4-game losing streak that really just had things pile on after the win against South Fayette. Just not able to find a stride right now for the Blackhawks to try to get things going in 6A Section 2. But the Blackhawks are led by Sadie Ori, the junior 5'7" guard, who's posting 15 points per game. Ella Sabatis also 11 points per game and 10 rebounds. She's averaging a double-double. Very solid contributor who wears number 24. Both of the Ellas to keep an eye out for, Ella Sabatos as well as Ella Harmon. Got a chance to talk to head coach Steve Norman about the matchup and his fight with a familiar friend today in Baldwin. Your head coach Steve Norman. Steve, a couple games through section play, which can definitely be a different beast in terms of the overall schedule. What have you noticed from your team?
Yeah, I think we've stepped up. We did a nice job taking care of Canon-Mac. We came out aggressive, executed the game plan well. We started off with tough ones, the top 3 of the section for a reason. So we're looking to see the stuff we learned there take effect here in the second half of the first round.
Sadie Ori averaging 15 points per game this season, leading the offense. What have you liked from her?
I think she's just very versatile. She understands when she needs different things. We need different things from her, and she understands when she's got to be a distributor too. So the best thing is she pulls tough defenders away from other people, lets everybody else play their game as well.
Battle with an old friend tonight in Baldwin, old spot where you were an assistant for Jamal Woodson. What's it like going up against Baldwin? What have you noticed from them on tape?
I think the biggest thing is they're very familiar. Know the people, know the sets. Obviously, they're going to put some new stuff in. I'm sure they'll have some wrinkles, but you know the kids really well. So it's an easy game to scout, but it's also a game where you got a lot of, a lot on the line, a lot of familiarity. You're always going to beat your friends.
It'll be a fun one, Steve. Good luck.
It will. Thank you. Appreciate you.
After being sidelined with a shoulder injury, 2 minutes in the box isn't so bad. Now get back out there. With AHN Sports Medicine, you're ready for what's next. Your body's rehabbed and recovered. Your legs primed to outskate your defender. Your technical skills perfected. And just like that, you're back. Oh yeah, you're back. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
Here we go, Tyler. Let's do it. Baldwin, Bethel Park, rivalry night. What are the keys to the game on either side to try to secure a victory?
Yeah, well, we'll start with the Bethel Park side of things. This is an even offense attack. Obviously, as you mentioned before, they have scores all over the place, but tonight they're going to have to feed the hot hand. Somebody's going to get this, got to get this offense rolling at the start of tonight. And as Coach Norman said, anybody can lead them on any given night. Whoever has it tonight, they got to keep going to. And they got to limit turnovers against this Baldwin team because Baldwin again, winless in this section. For me, they got to come out hungry. They got to stay aggressive. They got to hunt those turnovers like they have all season, and they got to find some consistency on the offensive side of things for the Highlanders. Again, it hasn't really been going the way that they've wanted to. Luke Corelli hasn't producing the offensive on the offensive side of the floor as much as I think we thought we would see this season, and she just needs to find a rhythm after what's been a rough stretch for the Highlanders.
Pretty cool from Steve Norman, who just grabbed the mic, went over to the youth section here today. It's youth night here at Bethel Park, and said to cheer loud, learn a couple of things, get out your notepad, take some notes, see how they can make this program better. As we pause and step aside for our national anthem, and then followed by our starting lineups for Baldwin and Bethel Park.
Intimidating officials and opponents as unacceptable behavior may result in dismissal from this venue. The Bethel Park School District Board of Directors, Administration, Faculty, and staff would like to thank you all for attending tonight's game. Now, would you please rise and kindly remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And now the starting lineups on either side. We start with the Baldwin Fighting Highlanders, 6-7 on the season, still looking for its first win. Baldwin in section play at 0-5. Lindsay Bernardis, the freshman guard, leads it off with number 3, Mary Vargo, the junior guard. Kelsey Meyer, second freshman in the starting lineup, has bounced around between being first person off the bench as well as being in the starting lineup. Lacey Bernardis, the sophomore guard, number 21 in there, rounding it out with Katie Lucarelli, the lone senior guard, the lone senior on the team for the Fighting Highlanders under the direction of head coach Jamal Woodson. On the opposite side for the Bethel Park Black Hawks, as you see the Black Hawks take the floor. Introductions: Ella Sabatis, 24, the junior, 6-foot forward. Sadie Ori, number 14, the leading scorer for the Blackhawks, the junior, 5'7" guard. Ella Harmon's been solid, the senior, 5'10" forward, wears number 30, helps to spread the floor. And how about Julia Benlock and what she's provided for the team as well, the senior, 5'9" guard. Becky Gillenberger, number 0, rounds it out for head coach Steve Norman in his first season at the helm of the Blackhawks. Ready to go with Bethel Park basketball here on Blackhawk TV. Bethel Park in its home white uniforms with purple numbers. The purple with orange numbers. Baldwin in its purple uniforms with white numbers as well as white trim. Bethel Park, white uniforms, orange numbers, orange trim, and the orange across with the name Bethel Park on the jersey. Ella Sabatis will jump it up with the freshman Kelsey Meyer. Sabatis has the height advantage at 6 foot and wins it back to the Blackhawks easily. Sadie Ori up with it. Bethel Park will attack the right side basket as you see it. Ball on the left side. Harmon down low. Turn around shot up from Sabatis, up and in. First possession for Bethel Park, a good one. Ella Sabatis won the tip back and able to put the first points on the board. Now here's Lindsey Bernanis over to Mary Vargo. Pass over to Katie Lucarelli and stolen away by Sabatis. Outlet pass over to Ori. And up the floor. Ori crosses over Vargo and swings it on over Benlock. Gets a screen from Gillenberger and pulls for three. Off to the right of the rim. Cleared out by Lindsey Bernatis. Bernatis up the floor. All the way to the basket. Left hand and just too strong. Rebounded by Gillenberger. Sadie Ori turns around with it at the three-point line. Goes away from the screen from Gillenberger and swings it to Harmon. Harmon outside the three-point arc, now closer to half court. Julia Benlock looking to try to go down low to Gillenberger, but instead it's Ori. Ori drives, turn around, has some space, swung it around, and Benlock lost the handle. Into the arms of Mary Vargo. Bernatis swings it over, Lucarelli wide open, Meyer at the block and puts it off the glass and in. First points for Baldwin to the freshman Kelsey Meyer.
Both teams opening up kind of with different standpoints defensively. Baldwin in a more man-to-man. Bethel Park opening up in zone, and that's kind of what happened. Just miscommunication. Nobody rotated down, and Myers was wide open under the basket.
Harmon with it. Got a screen, but couldn't really use it. Good defense there from Bernatis. Harmon goes around Bernatis all the way to the basket, and is fouled on the way there. Going to go on Meyer. Rather, Lacey Bernatis picks up her first. So Ella Harmon will shoot two. Harmon averaging 11 points per game, but can't get the first. Bethel Park won its last game. Broke off a 2-game losing streak. Blackhawks have only played 6 games at home. Wait, how about this? 2 games on the road this season. So free throws up and good. 4 neutral site games. Lucarelli has it. Vargo and swung around back to Lucarelli. Vargo back up top. Zone defense, as Tyler pointed out, defensively against Baldwin. Now here's Lucarelli. Lucarelli to Vargo. Was trying to swing it to Bernatis. Vargo thought the pass was intended for her, and now Ori up the floor. Benlock swung around to Ori again. And Ori traveled, giving it back to Baldwin.
Yeah, and that zone defense for Bethel Park, I think, has really worked out. I think Baldwin kind of came out offensively expecting more man-to-man, and that's just not what happened. And we kind of see it, just Baldwin not moving the ball as well. And great job by Bethel Park, trapping in the right areas on the floor.
That's worked out so far. But Bernatis, open three left side, left it off to the right of the rim. Rebound to Meyer, but into the hands of Ori now. Sadie Ori up the floor, good bounce pass, spun around, Sabatis couldn't get it to go. Second chance at it, was knocked away by Bernatis. Lindsey Bernatis up the floor to Katie Lucarelli. Katie off the dribble, looks for an outlet. Lindsey Bernatis all the way to the basket, left hand, can't get it to go. And again, Gillenberger on the rebound. Gillenberger up top, now Harmon. Ella Harmon to the basket, lost the handle, and it will stay with Bethel Park. 5 minutes exactly to go. First quarter of play. Bethel Park leads it 3-2 in a relatively low-scoring first quarter. Austin Bechtel, Tyler Zeman alongside here on Blackhawk TV. Ori will throw it in. Sabatis has it with some space. Also had the height advantage, but gives it up. Now Benlock. Ori. Gillenberger tried to give it back to Ori, was knocked away. Mary Vargo tried to save it. Last touch by Bethel Park. Off of Sadie Ori, who tried to save it, keep it alive, but went out of bounds. Could have been over and back as well.
Yeah, I'd like to see how both teams adjust with this. It's interesting the way Baldwin's defending Sabatos. It's either been Lindsey Bernatis or Lacey Bernatis, two of the smaller players on the floor. Sabatos has that height advantage. They haven't really gone to her, though, with that mismatch.
Lucarelli creates space. Can't get the layup to drop. Another rebound for Becky Gillenberger. Outlets to Ori. Sadie Ori up the floor. Has an open Harmon. Harmon steps back. Three-pointer up and in. Ella Harmon gets it to go. Now with 4 points in the first triple of the game. Mary Vargo quickly up the floor. Vargo swings it out. Bernatis. Lacey to Lindsey. Lindsey inside the paint. Got the floater to drop. Mary Vargo on the full court press. Couldn't knock it away from Ori, who has an open lane. Kicks it out. Open three. Benlock splashed in. Julia Benlock takes advantage of the open space. Back-to-back threes for Bethel Park.
And that's what happens whenever you have one of your guards pick up full court. Bethel Park broke it so easily, and then just great awareness by Ori to get it over to Benlock.
Lacey Bernanis with it. Now back up to Mary Vargo and Lucarelli. Inside Meyer. Kicks back out. Lindsay Bernanis will try a long-range three. Tried to bank it in. Follows her own shot, though. Lindsay puts it back up, and it's blocked by Benlock. Now Harmon. Ella Harmon's layup. Can't roll in. Fight there with Benlock for the rebound is won by Meyer. There's Lindsay Bernanis pushing it up the floor. Lindsay kicks it. Open three, Lucarelli. That one's good. Katie Lucarelli gets it to fall. Her first points of the game. 8-7 Bethel Park. No substitutions yet in this one either. Ella Harmon with the basketball, and now Benlock. Benlock got to two. Can't get it to bounce in. But the rebound attempt missed by Sabatis. Knocked out of bounds.
Bethel Park subs in number 4, Catherine Bott. And Butwood subs in number 25, Isabella Niles.
So Kat Both subs in for Bethel Park. Harmon goes to the bench. Lucarelli to the basket. Right hand on the left side. Finishes. Lucarelli's been very low scoring in the last couple of games. Is typically Baldwin's leading scorer. Sabatis with it. Vargo knocks it away from Ori. 2:17 remaining in the first. Gillenberger goes off the floor. Harmon comes back on. Thrown into Sabatis. Swung around Harmon again. Here's Ella Harmon. Now Both. Baldwin leads at 9-8. Cap off with a lane, driving on Bella Niles, who just subbed in, and no shot. Foul goes on Niles. He'll be out of bounds at the right side block. 2:05 remaining in the first quarter. Ori looks to throw it in and gets it to Sabatis. Meyer knocked it away, but Sabatis got it back towards the basket, swings it around. Harmon for three, left side corner, left it short. Rebound goes to Niles. Lucarelli up the floor for Lacey Bernatis. Good pass for Mary Vargo, but a collision there inside the paint and a foul called. Going to get Sadie Ori here for her first. Just the first foul on Bethel Park of the night.
Yeah, as you see, Bethel Park, 2 early threes from that near side corner. Missed a chance on that last possession with Lacey Bernardes boxing it, or coming out late. It's something Baldwin's got to be careful of. They have shooters all over the place.
Stolen away, and the pass intended for Meyer. It's Ori who lays it up and in. So Ori committed the foul. Makes up for it with the steal and score. 10-9 Bethel Park back in front. Fargo with it. Now Lucarelli. It's a 2-3 zone, a high 2-3 zone for Bethel Park. Lucarelli fakes on the three. Swings it. Niles' shot bounces off on the baseline.
It's a very good look. How about the pass though by Lucarelli to get it through 2 or 3 bodies?
Cap off for three. That one's good. First points for Cap off. The sophomore makes it 13-9. Lacey Bernardes swings it over Lucarelli. Another fake on a three, but a travel called. Another look at the steal and score from Sadie Ori.
Yeah, and then the three by Boff. Again, Baldwin just not up tight enough in the man-to-man, especially on the shooters. And once again, just great pass into Boff, who steps right into the three-point shot.
Foul called. Goes on Julia Benlock. That's her first, so out of bounds for Baldwin. I'll move the ball closer to the basket. 44 seconds to go. Lindsey Bernatis with it. Bounce pass to Vargo on the block. Vargo drives. High off glass. Foul called. We'll send Mary Vargo to the line. Foul goes on Julia Benlock, so Benlock with 2 fouls in the last couple of seconds. 2 shots for Mary Vargo. Vargo had 15 points game in January 6 against Oakland Catholic. First one up and good. So now 4 of the 5 starters for Baldwin have scored. Second one bounces off. Another rebound for Becky Gillenberger. Ori with it on the perimeter. Under 30 seconds. Ella Harmon swings it around. It's Sabatis and back to Ori. Ori to Gillenberger. Gets a screen from Ori. Now Gillenberger has to give it up. Able to do so to Boff. 9 seconds. Cap off with 5. Almost stolen away. Sabatis to the basket. Wave it off on an offensive foul.
Yeah, what a way to end the quarter for Baldwin defensively. Again, Vargo just stepping in at the right time, getting her feet plant, and drawing that charge.
Mary Vargo, the one to step in there and draw it. As Meyer throws it in. Lucarelli, half-court shot for Katie Lucarelli. Goes! Right before the buzzer, Katie Lucarelli from half-court knocks it down and ties it up at 13 to end the quarter. What a shot by the senior, Katie Lucarelli.
Yeah, we talked about her finding it hard to get on the score sheet over the past couple of games, but it's a very confident-looking shot. As you see there on the AHN Sports Medicine replay, well over half court and sinks it.
We go to the second quarter. Back after this in a tie ball game.
If you accept credit payments with anyone other than eServices Payment Technology, you are paying too much. At eServices Technology, we redefine convenience and security with our cutting-edge merchant payment processing. Whether you're a small business or large corporation, switch to a more accurate and efficient payment processing tool. Trust eServices for secure transactions that redefine the future of payments and can beat your current rates. Visit us at eservicestech.com, conveniently located near Baldwin High School.
Trout Plumbing is a registered and insured master plumber that services the South Hills. They offer a variety of services, including camera inspection and dye testing. Trout Plumbing also offers a veteran and senior citizen discount. When in doubt, call the Trout at 412-983-8106. Back to begin the second quarter of play. Baldwin possession. Lindsey Bernatis with it. Lindsey up to Katie Lucarelli. Lucarelli who knocked down the half-court shot before the buzzer. Mary Vargo drives and scores. Vargo now with 3 points. Her first field goal.
Yeah, and ever since that Benlock 3, Bethel Park hasn't gotten anything to go in. Baldwin starting to feel a little bit of momentum offensively.
Harmon with it. Drives on Lacey Bernatis. Harmon backs it out and goes to Gillenberger. Gets it back. Now Sadie Ori. She'll try a long-range 3. Off the mark, and Meyer with the rebound. Lucarelli to the corner. Vargo open for 3. Left it short. Harmon on the clear. Now Sabatis. Up to Ori. Sadie Ori dribbled it off her foot, but got the ball back and swung it around Sabatis. Guarded by Bernatis. Has the height advantage on the freshman. Swings it around Gillenberger. Becky Gillenberger for 3 and splashes it in. First points for Becky Gillenberger. 16-15 the score.
Yeah, and again, it's another Blackhawk open on the perimeter.
Lindsey Bernatis drives to the basket and gets fouled. Goes on Ella Harmon. And Lindsey Bernatis will shoot two. So the lefty Bernatis, whose sister Lacey is a sophomore on the team. Older sister Lexi played Baldwin basketball as well. Missed the first free throw. She had 14 points against Oakland Catholic, that game on the 6th. But not able to hit either free throw. Cap off with it. Now Harmon. Guarded by Lacey Bernatis. Ori cut to the basket, couldn't find her though. Harmon still has it on the dribble. Trying to set up Gillenberger down low. No. Gillenberger goes out of the paint and comes to set a screen. Harmon has space. Step back three and rattles in. Ella Harmon on a difficult shot. Her second three of the game. Lucarelli has the lane and dishes it. Lindsey Bernatis looks for Lacey. Lacey's got it. Puts it up. Way long. Both on the rebound. Cleared out by Ori. Ori to the corner and Harmon now gets it back. Guarded by Vargo. Ori down low. Sabatis turns around, finds Cap off for three, left side wing. Bounces back to Sabatis. Can't finish. Both on the clear. Another opportunity for Bethel Park goes awry as Kelsey Meyer brings it through. Vargo. Lindsey Bernatis. Bernatis at the foul line. Got it. 4 points for Bernatis. 19-17 the score in favor of Bethel Park. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Cap off with it. Guarded by Lucarelli. Sabatis traveled. Turnover forced by Lindsey Bernatis. And back to Baldwin. Bella Niles subs in. Lacey Bernatis goes to the bench for Baldwin. Haven't seen a lot of substitutions for Bethel Park. It's only been Cap off that's come off the bench. 6 players so far. Lucarelli to Niles. Now Lindsey Bernatis. Two teams that don't play a lot of players. Don't go too deep. Rely on the starters significantly. Lindsey Bernatis for three. Got it. That one rattles in for Lindsey Bernatis. She's got 7 points as well. 20-19. Baldwin takes the lead. Back and forth we go. Cap off looks for Gillenberger down low and knocked away by Meyer. It'll stay with the Blackhawks.
Yeah, I think Bethel Park offensively, they need to keep doing that, trying to go inside, whether it's Gillenberger or Sabatis. Baldwin's trying to double just because they don't have the size to match Bethel Park, and that's what's leaving the shooters open on the perimeter. Once they keep going back in there, draw the double team, kick back out, the shots from beyond the arc are going to continue to come.
Boff goes to the bench. Benlock is out there with 2 fouls. It's Sabatis with it. Guarded by Bernatis, who knocks it away. Into the hands of Lucarelli and Vargo. 2-on-0, 2-on-1, and knocked in by Mary Vargo off the glass. 5 points for Vargo. Sadie Ori has to pass it off. Benlock for three, right side corner. Off the back of the rim. Rebound taken. And a foul called on the attempt. It's going to go on Gillenberger, her first. 22-19, 3:46 to go, second quarter. I want to thank our sponsors, AHN Sports Medicine, E-Services Technology, Trump Plumbing, and Leway Enterprises and Athletics for being a part of our broadcast here today at Bethel Park. Brought up by Lucarelli in a 3-point game. Lucarelli goes past Meyer, gives it over to Vargo. Mary Vargo drives, has a lane, puts it off the back of the rim, and a rebound goes to Sabatis. Here comes Ori. All the way up the floor. Ori tried to pass it off. Did stay in bounds. Three-pointer up for Harmon. Goes off the side of the backboard and taken by Lucarelli. 2-on-2 emerges. Lucarelli turns around. Gives it up to the corner now. Lindsey Bernatis can't get it. Just left it a little bit too long in that wing corner area. And Bethel Park, Sadie Ori will slow it down. 3 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah, this is a smart move here by Bethel Park and Ori to slow things down. Baldwin seemingly has the advantage whenever it's kind of sped up and teams get fast breaks on both sides of the floor.
Harmon has it. Ella Harmon gets a screen from Sabatis. Look to try to feed Sabatis. She's got it. Double team comes. Bounce pass to the corner. Three-pointer up for Benlock. That one misses. But again, Sabatis, another offensive rebound. Thrown inside. Good look for Benlock, who finishes.
Yeah, and it's all because of that double team that Sabatis draws. Again, you see it there. They tried to double her on the baseline, and she was just able to put that pass in between both of the arms and into an open Benlock.
A.J. Elphinstone is out there, the freshman. She was actually the one that attempted the threes. Mary Vargo is blocked by Harmon. Good recovery defensively from Ella Harmon. Get a hand on it. More than that and swat it away. One-point lead for Baldwin. Inbounded to Lindsey Bernatis. Bernatis inside. Gets it to roll in. 9 points for Lindsey Bernatis. 7 coming in the quarter. 24-21 the score. Baldwin in front of Bethel Park. 2 minutes to go, second quarter. Benlock with it, guarded by Lucarelli. Now Ori. And a timeout called by Steve Norman. So Bethel Park takes its first timeout. Baldwin also with a timeout, with no timeouts being used so far. 2 fouls on Bethel Park, none on Baldwin in the quarter as we take a break and be back after this.
Here at Loway, we have a pretty vast array of customizable promotional products, from pens, signs, mugs, water bottles, really anything you can think of. Some of the main services we provide here are screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products. What really sets us apart from our competitors is our on-staff design crew and our customer service. We can really help take your branding and marketing to a new level. The main thing you can expect from us here at Loway is quick turnaround times and a really high-quality product.
.150 to go in the second quarter. Inbounded by Ella Harmon right near the Baldwin bench. Niles guards the inbound. Harmon off the hands of Niles and stolen away. Meyer throws it up the floor. Lindsey Bernatis got it to roll in. Bounced off the front of the rim. A couple of hops. Lindsey in double figures with 11. Swung around to Benlock. Guarded by Lucarelli. Here's Harmon. Ella Harmon. Good look to Elphinstone and swung around back to Benlock. Sabatis at the foul line. Sabatis has a lane and scores. Got right around Meyer. Meyer with it now. Back over to Lucarelli and sets up the offense. Over to Niles. Bella Niles to Kelsey Meyer. And stolen away by Harmon. Anticipated the pass to Bernatis, but could not finish. Lindsey Bernatis now moves with it. Directing traffic. Bernatis swings it over Lucarelli. And again, they're going to call a travel on Katie Lucarelli. Three-point shot doesn't go. Just a little bit too anxious to get going there off the dribble. 26-23 the score. 47 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, second time so far she's been caught with a travel in almost that same exact spot. It's not a bad pump fake because it almost gets to the defender every time. It's just she moves her feet too early.
Yeah, good idea, but just not dribbling in time. Sadie Ori's got a good open look, left side wing, off the back of the rim. Long rebound comes out to Benlock. Benlock to Ori. Ori's shot is good. Baldwin wanted to travel, but Sadie Ori has her second basket. Makes it a one-point game again. Lindsey Bernatis has it with 15 seconds. Under 10 to go. Mary Vargo with 6. Over to Lucarelli. Lucarelli inside the arc. Jump shot bounces off. Rebound Niles over to Vargo. No shot attempt up as Baldwin goes to the break up by 1. 26-25 as we've reached halftime at Bethel Park High School. Rivalry night. Blackhawks fighting Highlanders here on Blackhawk TV.
Feels good to be off the sidelines, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it does. That extra effort with AHN Sports Medicine got you back here. With every specialty set, custom training day, and personalized drill, you bettered your body. Now line it up. They don't see this move coming. Told ya. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
If you accept credit payments with anyone other than eServices Payment Technology, you are paying too much. At eServices Technology, we redefine convenience and security with our cutting-edge merchant payment processing. Whether you're a small business or large corporation, switch to a more accurate and efficient payment processing tool. Trust eServices for secure transactions that redefine the future of payments and can beat your current rates. Visit us at eservicestech.com, conveniently located near Baldwin High School.
Maya, can you come in here, please?
Yeah, Dad, what's up?
Is that your brother on the TV?
Yeah, that's my brother. It looks like it's tonight's game.
But how can that be your brother? I have never missed a single game.
We couldn't go tonight. Remember, you broke your foot.
Right. Well, I don't know who's putting on this production, but without them, I'd be missing this.
Here at Loway, we have a pretty vast array of customizable promotional products, from pens, signs, mugs, water bottles, really anything you can think of. Some of the main services we provide here are screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products. What really sets us apart from our competitors is our on-staff design crew and our customer service. We can really help take your branding and marketing to a new level. The main thing you can expect from us here at Loway is quick turnaround times and a really high-quality product.
After being sidelined with a shoulder injury, 2 minutes in the box isn't so bad. Now get back out there. With AHN Sports Medicine, you're ready for what's next. Your body's rehabbed and recovered. Your legs primed to outskate your defender. Your technical skills perfected. And just like that, you're back. Oh yeah, you're back. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
Trout Plumbing is a registered and insured master plumber that services the South Hills. They offer a variety of services, including camera inspection and dye testing. Trout Plumbing also offers a veteran and senior citizen discount. When in doubt, call the Trout at 412-983-8106. We're back. We're back for the second half. It's 26-25. Now good to go as Bethel Park trails it by 1. So Mary Vargo, 5 points for Baldwin, 11 though. The story for Lindsey Bernatis leading the way on either side. Ella Harmon, 7 points for the Blackhawks to lead the team. Becky Gillenberger has a 3. Couple baskets for Sadie Ori. Julia Benlock has a triple, as well as another basket to go along with Kat Boff's triple. Alice Sabatis, 4 points as well. The scoring on either side with Kelsey Meyer, 2 points for Baldwin, as well as Katie Lucarelli with 5. Tyler, first half thoughts?
Yeah, it was a very competitive first half. We'll see how both teams adjust. I think Bethel Park might look to go into a more man-to-man as Baldwin sort of figured out that zone later in the second quarter. Just a lot of movement, confusion in the zone. We'll see if they either work out the miscommunications or change the defense completely. And on the other side for Baldwin, I think they still have to look to stay aggressive. It worked for them when they were up running the floor. Bethel Park just really couldn't hang, and we saw them time and time again slow things down because that's not the style of basketball the Blackhawks want to go at.
And they've worked well at throwing it down to the block and having opportunities there to really work the size advantage against Baldwin, which is very apparent in this game.
Yeah, I think they have to continue. That's another thing, is go inside. I don't think they did it enough. They started to do it more at the end of the second quarter. Sabatis, Gillenberger, they all have the size on this Baldwin starting 5, no matter who they bring in, unless it's Janelle Norman, really the only one who's going to be able to match up with the Bethel Park Blackhawks inside. So we'll see if they continue to go in there, draw the double, and get those shooters that we've seen been able to hit from beyond the arc more opportunities to show their abilities at shooting the 3-ball tonight.
And Norman has not scored and not been in the game at all for Baldwin, and that's been a part of it. The size advantage that Bethel Park has is it's thrown in to Harmon and now Sadie Ori. So Bethel Park will now attack the left side basket as you see it. Baldwin the right side. Gillenberger down low for Sabatis, knocked away by Bernatis. 12 seconds gone off the clock. So Ori will go throw it in at the right side block. Different type of formation inbounded, as you've seen it from earlier today. Harmon up top. Harmon guarded by Lacey Bernatis in a 1-point game. Harmon up top still. Over to Benlock for 3. Missed it way wide. Now here's Lucarelli up the floor. Long pass to Mary Vargo. Vargo retrieves it and dishes it back out. Lucarelli swings it around. Here's Lindsey Bernatis. Bernatis off the dribble. Bernatis, Lacey to Lindsey. Now back to Lacey. Back to Lindsey, rather. Who double dribbled.
Both defenses coming out very strong here to start the game. Not letting anything really inside. All the ball movement has been outside the perimeter.
Ella Harmon over to Ori. Trying to set up Gillenberger down low, and a foul called. It's going to go on Baldwin. Foul goes on Kelsey Meyer. That's Meyer's first. Baldwin only committed 2 total fouls in the first half. On the other side for Bethel Park, Julia Benlock has 2. Ori, Gillenberger, Sabatis, and Harmon all with a foul. All the way to the basket. Layups up and in for Harmon. Ella Harmon with 9 points, leading the squad for the Blackhawks. Lindsey Bernatis over to Lucarelli. Bethel Park takes a 1-point lead. Here's Vargo. Blackhawks remain in that zone. Throw down to Meyer, who can't get it to bounce in. Ori slowly brings it up. And as a point of emphasis, Tyler, just try to get into the half-court set and work the advantage that Bethel Park has in that half-court set. But Mary Vargo tries to take it away. Stepped out of bounds, though.
Yeah, it's just where they're at their best. When they can really set up, run the offense, get the ball moving around, it's a lot better for them to really get into a rhythm. And Baldwin aggressiveness, though, defensively in this second half, or in this third quarter especially, has really prevented that from happening. Really aggressive.
Harmon gets it in. Benlock with it. Benlock cross court to Harmon. Harmon spots up for three and splashes it in. Ella Harmon's got the hot hand now with 12 points. Her third three of the game. Bounce pass from Lucarelli to Jules Ott, who's in the game now for the first time. Now Lindsey Bernatus. The only starter not out there is Lacey Bernatus. Jules Ott in there instead. Off of Ott's hands and now able to corral it.
And it's back to zone for Bethel Park.
Lucarelli up top and need to have a lot of movement to be able to break the zone. Vargo off the dribble. Rattles off again. Rebound from Benlock. Up to Ori. Five and a half to go. Third quarter. 30-26. Bethel Park leads. Benlock to Sabatis. Guarded by Lindsey Bernatus. Ori pops back out off the screen to get it. And now Gillenberger up top. Swung around again. A lot of movement and a lot of screens off the ball as Ella Harmon's guarded by Lucarelli and gets another screen. Harmon cross court. Gillenberger. Becky Gillenberger looks for an outlet. Cutting to the basket is Benlock. Feed down low, Sabatis. Open three. Gillenberger got it. Becky Gillenberger finishes off what was a great offensive possession and good ball movement from Bethel Park.
Yeah, again, they go down low to Sabatis, who draws three, and Gillenberger left wide open.
Wild shot from Lindsey Bernatus doesn't go. Outlet, Benlock up the floor. Here's Ori. Sadie Ori's wild layup stays in play. Went off the side of the backboard. Ori gets it back, though. Bounce pass. Sabatis, what a great look from Ori to find Sabatis on the pass attempt that forces a timeout by Baldwin.
Yeah, and it was all set up because Sabatis grabbed that rebound. Mary Vargo just slow to get up, who kind of fell out of play, and Sabatis wide open down low under the basket.
35-26. Bethel Park takes a 9-point lead. 4:25 to go. Third quarter of play. Take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Bethel Park Black Hawks. Some road games coming up at Upper St. Clair, at Peters Township. It's where you're really going to start to see a lot more road games in section play before facing Mount Lebanon on January 22nd.
Yeah, it'll be a matchup that they will want to kind of get back at the Blue Devils. Played them earlier this year on the road, only lost by 5 against a pretty good Mount Lebanon team.
It's the fourth section game at home for Bethel Park this year. After that, St. Clair, Peters, and Mount Lebanon. In the Whitfield standings, Peters Township, Chartiers Valley, Mount Lebanon, Cannon-Mac, Upper St. Clair, Bethel Park, and Baldwin, the standings as they go. Bethel Park and Baldwin, the last two teams in the section, with 7 teams in Section 2 of 6A. Katie Lucarelli brings it up with Meyer, Niles, Mary Vargo, and Lindsey Bernatus. Lucarelli, open three, deep shot, left side ring, splashes it in. A wing was wide open for Lucarelli. Second three for Katie, now with 8 points. Julia Benlock is guarded by Lucarelli. Meyer guards Gillenberger, who set the screen off the ball for Benlock. It's Ori with it. Ori all the way to the basket and will shoot 2. Foul goes on Mary Vargo. It's her first. So Baldwin, only 2 fouls in that first half. A team that typically very physical, very tough-nosed, and a full-court team that likes to pressure full length of the floor. First free throw up and good for Ori. Haven't really seen that. And a result, not a lot of fouls, as a sign fell onto the floor by some of the youth players right behind the basket. Ori's second free throw also good. That was 6 points. 37-29. It's an 8-point game. Vargo to the corner and Niles and gets it back. Lindsey Bernatis to Katie Lucarelli. Lucarelli, the leading scorer for Baldwin, outside of Bernatis. Lucarelli with 8, Bernatis with 11, and a foul called as Niles was driving to the basket. And it goes on Becky Gillenberger, her second. So Lucarelli will throw it in. 3:32 to go, third quarter. 8-point lead for the Blackhawks. Lucarelli into Bernatis. Good defense comes from, that was Benlock and Harmon, but a foul was called.
Yeah, just unfortunate for Benlock. The blocking foul committed right before head coach Jamal Woodson was signaling for a timeout as the Blackhawks tried to trap Baldwin in that corner.
And the foul goes on Benlock, so she goes off to the bench. Kat Boff comes on. Lucarelli looked for Vargo. Good anticipation there from Boff. Not let her make the pass there. Now it's Bernatis. Bernatis trying to spin away. Now Lucarelli has a lane, attacks and looked it over to Meyer, but pass was not there. Now Meyer drive. Meyer with the lane. Can't get it to bounce in. Swatted around a couple of times. Niles puts it up. Good defense straight up from Gillenberger. Kat Boff got it poked away. Boff gets it back and swings it up over to Harmon. Harmon has to wait for everybody to get into the half-court set and swings it over to Gillenberger. Now back to Harmon. Ella Harmon up top. Under 3 minutes to go, third quarter.
You talked about that full-court press that Baldwin likes to go to. They go right to it after that offensive possession.
Kat Boff swings it. Gillenberger, open three, left side wing. That one goes off the back of the rim. Bounced around a couple of times, and Harmon has it. A couple players are down for Baldwin. Harmon's three is off the mark. Mary Vargo slow to get up for Baldwin as the rebound is taken by Niles, and Baldwin possession results in a stoppage of play as Vargo's in a little bit of pain. Mary Vargo, a very tough player for Baldwin, stays in there. They brought up by Lucarelli. Vargo swings it to Niles on a high pass. Trying to do anything they can to break this press, the zone rather, and that'll be a big part of it. Mary Vargo for three in the corner. Sunk down in the zone. She's got 8, and that's first 3 for Vargo. 37-32, it's a 5-point game. Ori drives over to Gillenberger. Gillenberger's done a nice job defensively today and also on the glass. As Boff drives, knocked away by Lucarelli, and we stay with the Blackhawks. 1:45 to go in the quarter. Ori will throw it in at the left side block. Boff sets a screen for Gillenberger, now gives it down to Gillenberger. Gillenberger turns around and looks for Boff. Boff gets it before it goes back over the timeline for over and back. Timeout called by Steve Norman. 30-second timeout called by Bethel Park. 37-32. The Blackhawks lead Bethel Park here on Blackhawk TV.
Feels good to be off the sidelines, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it does. That extra effort with AHN Sports Medicine got you back here. With every specialty set, custom training day, and personalized drill, you bettered your body. Now line it up. They don't see this move coming. Told you. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
Take a look at the Bethel Park bench. Steve Norman trying to keep his old team, Baldwin, winless in section play and go to 0-6. Sabatis will shoot 2. Foul called on Meyer. Kelsey Meyer's second.
Kelsey Meyer, first, second, team third. Sabatis at the line, shoot 2.
So Sabatis will shoot 2. This is only the 5th and 6th free throw attempts from Bethel Park. Baldwin has only had 2 free throw attempts. First one missed by Sabatis.
Yeah, neither team really drawing fouls at the basket.
And both the Baldwins were missed. Also hasn't been any double bonus shots either. Both free throws off the mark for Sabattis. Up comes Mary Vargo. Vargo swings it around. Lucarelli has it. Now Vargo again. Bethel Park now in man-to-man. Lucarelli has the mismatch and goes over to Vargo. She'll pull a three right near the right side wing and got it. In that wing, top of the key area, Mary Vargo knocks down another three, now in double figures with 11. 37-35. Baldwin cutting into the lead. That was once 9. Ori drives, stumbles, and a travel called. So Bethel Park gives it right back to Baldwin. 1:38 to go here in the quarter. So rather 53 seconds and counting as we try to get our clock fixed here on the score bug. As Vargo has it over to Lindsey Bernatis. Lucarelli swinging around. Niles for three, left side corner. Bounces off the mark. Vargo tries to save it. Bounces into the hands of Gillenberger. Becky Gillenberger, a couple of dribbles and over to Ori. 33 seconds and counting. Sadie Ori up the floor at the three-point line. Left side of the court towards the near side by us. Ori threw it away. Was looking to try to get it to Sabattis. Into the hands of Vargo. Vargo up the floor. Bella Niles, left hand and in. First points for Bella Niles. We're tied at 37. 13 seconds and counting. Ori with it. Look back door for Harmon, who was there, but not able to find her. Gillenberger looks to give it up. Gillenberger to Harmon. Good look. Left side wing. Bounces off. And we go to the fourth tied. 37-37. Baldwin fights back after being down, after being up at the break. And a back and forth effort. Bethel Park leads at 37-32.
If you accept credit payments with anyone other than eServices Payment Technology, you are paying too much. At eServices Technology, we redefine convenience and security with our cutting-edge merchant payment processing. Whether you're a small business or large corporation, switch to a more accurate and efficient payment processing tool. Trust eServices for secure transactions that redefine the future of payments and can beat your current rates. Visit us at eservicestech.com, conveniently located near Baldwin High School.
Back for the start of the fourth. 37-37 the score. Tyler, what do you anticipate that we see in a tie game?
I think we're going to see both teams continue to be aggressive. One nice thing about the style of play so far is neither team has drawn a lot of fouls, so neither team has committed a lot of fouls. And whichever team goes down here later in the quarter is going to have a little bit of wiggle room to work around when it comes to personal fouls and team fouls in the quarter.
Lucarelli has it as Bethel Park deploys the zone again. Back to Lucarelli off the pass from Vargo. Back to Vargo with some space. Vargo dribbles it up. Now Lindsey Bernatis, who has the lane. Pass to Meyer. Meyer couldn't handle it. Meyer, though, is able to get it over to Lucarelli. Now Vargo. Vargo steps into a three. Left it way short. Meyer tries to save it and does to Niles. Bella Niles. Timeout called by Jamal Woodson. With about 27 seconds off the clock, it's 37-37. Trying to get our scoreboard fixed for you, and hopefully we can do that in just a couple of moments. Ella Harmon with 11 points. Also, 11 points for Mary Vargo and Katie Lucarelli. Bernatis also with 11. Lindsey Bernatis has not scored in the half.
It was a very good first half by Bernatis. Just really the ball hasn't, or the offensive sets just really haven't moved her way. It's been Vargo and Lucarelli who have gotten, I would say, the three best looks of of the third quarter.
So Lucarelli will throw it in right near the right side block. Into Meyer. Meyer for three. Off the side of the rim. Sabatis clears. Ori on the full court press. Gets it. Sabatis got it poked away by Bernardis. Up the floor. Good look. Lucarelli to Vargo. Vargo in traffic. We'll go to the free throw line.
Foul number 30, Ella Harmon, her second.
Ella Harmon picks up her second foul. It's the first team foul on Bethel Park of the quarter. 2 shots for Mary Vargo. So Baldwin's been at the line rather 4 times. This will be the 5th and 6th attempt. Mary Vargo is 1 of 2. Now 1 of 3.
Yeah, if you're the Fighting Highlanders and you're going to try to draw away here, you need to be able to convert at the free throw line. Like you said, only 1 make so far today.
Second one good for Vargo. She's now got 12. An abbreviated press from Baldwin. Harmon back to Ori. Back to Harmon again. Up the floor, almost stolen away. Good pass. Benlock. Gillenberger for the layup. 8 points for Becky Gillenberger. Then her first 2-point basket. Had a couple of threes earlier. Lindsey Bernardis up to Kelsey Meyer. Meyer to Lucarelli. Lucarelli back to Lindsey Bernardis, who drives. Has a lane. Bernardis can't get it to drop. Rebound taken by Sabatis, and the bounce pass goes to Harmon. Up the floor to Ori. 39-38, Bethel Park leads. Ori swings it over. Now it's Sabatis. Gillenberger. Gillenberger shot off the side of the rim. Taken by Bernardis. Now here's Lucarelli. Lucarelli, good feed to Niles, and Bella Niles off the window scores. 4 points now for Isabella Niles. A very good look from Katie Lucarelli to find her. Here's Harmon. Harmon, good pass. Open lane, Sabatis slays it up and in. Easy play for Sabatis. Meyer to the corner. Bernardis and Vargo. Bernardis back to the corner and Meyer. Good look to Mary Vargo, who turns around and gives it to Lucarelli. Fakes on a 3. Lucarelli drives all the way to the basket. Left hand, but left it short. Rebound up and in. Bella Niles will shoot to try to convert on an and 1.
What a move by Lucarelli to open up that lane. Again, kind of gets the defender on the pump and then just crossover into the right hand, back to the left. Couldn't finish at the basket, but great job by Niles following her into the lane.
Can't get the free throw to go, though. Foul went on Becky Gillenberger, her third. 42-41, Baldwin takes the lead again. Back and forth we go with 5:27 to go in the fourth. Sadie Ori with it, swings it over. It's now Ella Sabatis looking for Gillenberger down low. Sabatis backs it out. Goes over to Benlock, who's guarded by Lucarelli. Baldwin has played man the whole entire game. Triple team on Gillenberger and able to force a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Blackhawks.
Yeah, just again, Baldwin swarming whoever receives that ball inside. Gillenberger this time around just has nowhere to go with her back to the baseline.
So Ori will throw it in a 1-point game. Baldwin has the lead. Harmon drives, blocked by Meyer. Niles looks for an outlet, stolen away. Benlock through traffic. Benlock's layup's good. 7 points for Julia Benlock. Lucarelli up to 4. Vargo in the paint. Kicks it back out. Swung around to Niles. Niles, who's had the hot hand, goes back to Lucarelli. Down low. Meyer, another great feed from Lucarelli. Kelsey Meyer with her first field goal since the first quarter.
Yeah, and Lucarelli almost pointing out like a quarterback, just points Myers into that soft spot in the zone and finds her.
Gillenberger up top. Over to Sabatis. Sabatis to the lane. Sabatis to the basket. No foul called. Now here comes Lindsey Bernardis. Bernardis in a 1-point ball and lead. Good feed to Niles, whose layup's good. Perfectly kissed off the glass for Bella Niles. She's got 8 points. And Baldwin with a 3-point lead. Timeout call by Bethel Park.
Here at Little Way, we have a pretty vast array of customizable promotional products, from pens, signs, mugs, water bottles, really anything you can think of. Some of the main services we provide here are screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products. What really sets us apart from our competitors is our on-staff design crew and our customer service. We can really help take your branding and marketing to a new level. The main thing you can expect from us here at Little Way is quick turnaround times and a really high quality product.
Three-point lead for Baldwin, 46-43. 4:14 remains in the game. Benlock will throw it into Ori as Mary Vargo picks up full court. Into Ori, and Vargo backs off. Just over 4 minutes to go in regulation. Gillenberger to Sabatis. Back to Ori. Ori off the dribble. Benlock guarded by Lindsey Bernatis. Looks for an outlet and goes to Harmon. Harmon down low. Sabatis layup's good. Good feed from Ella Harmon to Ella Sabatis. The Ellas connect. Niles to Meyer. Meyer passes up the open three. Vargo has it. Slows it down. Bernatis has an open shot. Back over Vargo to Lucarelli. Deep three. Katie Lucarelli off the side of the rim. And an offensive foul called on Julia Benlock as Mary Vargo draws it just in the right spot. And Benlock now with 4.
Yeah, Lucarelli, she hit one earlier in the game from that position, but couldn't get to go there. Vargo late getting to the glass, but just, again, great positioning to draw that.
Lucarelli into Vargo, who left it strong on the layup. Up the floor. Benlock's layup. Missed it. Sabatis, though, with the rebound. Ori has it. Bethel Park trails by 1, 46-45. Under 3 minutes in the game. Ori gets a screen from Harmon. Sadie Ori still with it. Looks for Gillenberger. Now goes to Harmon, and a foul called down low. It's going to be called on Kelsey Meyer guarding Becky Gillenberger.
Number 13, Kelsey Meyer, her third.
Meyer picks up her third. It's only the first team foul on Baldwin in the quarter.
Yeah, compared to Bethel's 3.
Once we get to 5, it'll be 2 free throws. Haven't gotten to that point at all today. Into Ori. Sadie Ori with the lane. All the way to the basket, off the glass and in. 8 points for Sadie Ori. Two and a half to go. Bernatis down low. Meyer. Meyer turns around left hand. Got blocked and out of bounds. .27 to go in regulation. A 1 point lead for Bethel Park. A game that will go down to the wire. It's been a close game the entire way. Deflected off the inbound and stolen away. Harmon there to grab it. Harmon gets it from Benlock. Bounce pass to Sabatis. Now Sabatis drives to the basket, left it short. Here comes Lindsey Bernatis. Bernatis drives all the way in. Tough shot, can't get it to drop. Benlock with it. Double team comes. Benlock trying to force a jump ball, and a foul is called on Lindsey Bernatis. First foul on Lindsey Bernatis. It's a second team foul on Baldwin in the quarter.
Yeah, head coach Jamal Woodson furious.
Really hoping to get that jump ball call and understand the argument. Thought it was very possible they could have called a jump ball.
Yeah, I think also what made him frustrated was kind of the rush shot there when attacking the rim.
Ori kicks it out. Sabatis for three. Too strong. Rebound by Vargo. Bethel Park still up by 1. 1.5 to go. Meyer to Lucarelli. Wide open three straight on. Katie Lucarelli can't get it to fall. Rebound out of bounds. Will stay with Baldwin. .130 exactly. Lucarelli into Niles. Bella Niles drives, puts it up. Again, can't fall. This time it'll be a jump ball, and the possession arrow favors Baldwin. 1:23 left. Lucarelli to inbound. Wide open Niles. Now up to Vargo. Looking for Lucarelli, and she's got it. Lucarelli goes over to Lindsay Bernadas. Now Mary Vargo. Vargo drives, puts it up, floater off the front of the rim. Rebound goes to Ori. Ori looks to try to slow it down, being pressured by Lucarelli. Ori, a foul called. Baldwin has a couple to give.
Baldwin foul, number 22, passing Lucarelli.
Goes on Lucarelli, her first. Benlock will throw it in. Right at the scorer's table. Gets it to Ori. Under a minute left. Baldwin's going to have to foul if they can't force a steal. Benlock. It was deflected. Taken away by Niles. Niles. Bounce pass. Lucarelli. Layup and a foul called. Goes on Ella Harmon. Katie Lucarelli will shoot 2.
That's great pressure by Baldwin. As soon as that ball went towards the timeline, they all stepped up, and Niles was there to poke that pass away as Bethel Park was under pressure. Lucarelli just a strong take, couldn't get the basket to fall, but has a chance to take this lead back for the Fighting Highlanders here at the free throw line.
So the foul actually goes on Becky Gillenberger. First free throw is missed from Lucarelli. Makes this one to be a tie game. 47-46. This to tie it at 47. Lucarelli could have gave Baldwin the lead, but instead gives them the tie. 12 points for Lucarelli. 47-47. A chance for Bethel Park to potentially win it. Ori past the defenders. Ori's layup will go to the line. 32.8 remaining.
Baldwin foul, number 1.
And she's the only Blackhawk today that has made both of her free throw attempts.
Ori with 8 points. 2 of 2 at the line. Makes the first. .8. Still to go. Ori's second free throw perfect. 10 points for Sadie Ori. Up the floor goes Lucarelli. Over to Vargo. Mary Vargo to Katie Lucarelli. 2-point lead for Bethel Park. Lucarelli directs traffic all the way to the basket. Blocked by Gillenberger. It stays with Baldwin. 19.6 to go and a timeout called by Jamal Woodson. Baldwin takes the timeout. 49-47, Bethel Park leads. Back after this on Blackhawk TV.
Maya, can you come in here, please?
Yeah, Dad, what's up?
Is that your brother on the TV?
Yeah, that's my brother. It looks like it's tonight's game.
But how can that be your brother? I have never missed a single game.
We couldn't go tonight. Remember, you broke your foot.
Right. Well, I don't know who's putting on this production, but without them, I'd be missing this.
The Black Hawk mascot is loving it. A 2-point lead for the Hawks. 49-47. Baldwin with possession. Katie Lucarelli to throw it in. Stay tuned for game 2 of our doubleheader as the Bethel Park boys take on Thomas Jefferson. Lucarelli to throw it in. Lucarelli, Bernardis, layup, too strong. Bernardis on the follow, blocked. Lucarelli's layup goes on the follow attempt. It bounced in, and a timeout called by Bethel Park. 14 points for Katie Lucarelli. Didn't really need to just throw it up there, but Lucarelli did, and it found the bottom of the basket.
Yeah, I think she thought she had less time than she actually did. It was very rushed, and she was able to get it to go. Another clutch shot from her, a big half-court shot she made right to keep Bethel Park, or to keep Baldwin close to Bethel Park at half, and then this big shot at the end to give them back the tie.
Tie game at 49. I want to thank our sponsors, AHN Sports Medicine, The Way Athletics, E-Services Technologies, as well as Trout Plumbing for making today's broadcast possible at Bethel Park. So a thrilling game as Bethel Park will have it full court. Imagine that Baldwin potentially might try to pressure the whole length of the floor, but 4 players drop back into the half court.
Yeah, I think Vargo is going to be the one to pick up whoever the ball is inbounded to. Now Baldwin kind of coming forward.
Yeah, Bella Niles guards Harmon, so Niles backs off and it goes into Gillenberger and now Ori. Sadie Ori with 11 seconds. Ori all the way to the basket, puts it up. Ori can't bank it in. Rebound goes to Baldwin, 6 seconds and counting. Timeout called by the Fighting Highlanders of 5.3 to go. Baldwin with 1 timeout remaining. Bethel Park also has 1 to go. 5.3 still to go in the fourth.
Yeah, we'll see what Baldwin decides to do on the inbound this time. Next foul for either team will put the opponent at the free throw line with 5 fouls in the quarter. Both teams sitting at 4. So they gotta stay aggressive without fouling, and that's the hard part here.
Yeah, foul would be very detrimental for the Blackhawks here. Baldwin, you take it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Even if it happens in the backcourt, that's as worse as it could get for Bethel Park.
Will be 2 shots. If you're Baldwin, you got to get the basketball into the hands of Katie Lucarelli, you'd think.
Yeah, the lone senior on this team. 2 big shots so far today. But it'll be tough. You got to get this ball over and into a shot within 5 seconds.
5.3 remaining. Lucarelli in the first half made a half-court shot.
This is the first time we've seen Bethel Park pick up full court, too.
Meyer to inbound. To Lucarelli with 5 seconds. Katie Lucarelli with 3, 2, and 1. Lucarelli to the basket. It'll count if it goes, but doesn't, and we'll go to overtime. Tied up at 49. To an extra quarter we go. Back in a moment on Blackhawk TV.
Trout Plumbing is a registered and insured master plumber that services the South Hills. They offer a variety of services, including camera inspection and dye testing. Trout Plumbing also offers a veteran and senior citizen discount. When in doubt, call the Trout at 412-983-8106.
Four minutes on the clock as we begin overtime. A lot of people hanging out on the balcony as Thomas Jefferson and Bethel Park boys set to play next.
Yeah, a big battle of the undefeateds in the section.
But first, 4 more minutes to determine who wins between Baldwin and Bethel Park. To overtime we go. Sabatis will jump it up with Meyer. Whistles beforehand. And Mary Vargo got a little bit of an anxious start there. So instead of just throwing up the jump ball, it'll be out of bounds to Bethel Park and give the Blackhawks possession. Into Ori. Bounce pass, Gillenberger, stolen away by Meyer. Kelsey Meyer with an open lane. Meyer, Ori's there defensively and banks it in. It rolled home for Kelsey Meyer, plus the foul of a chance at a three-point play.
Yeah, only 6 points for her in today's contest, but that's a big shot to stay physical as she goes to the rim and finish through the contact.
Meyer to try to make it 7 points for her, and does. Nothing but net on the free throw. The freshman cashes in on the three-point play. 52-49. Benlock with it, playing with 4 fouls. Benlock to Gillenberger. Back to Benlock. Her three-pointer misses, and rebound goes to Bernardis. Lindsey Bernardis to Niles. Bella Niles still out there. Now Lindsey Bernardis again, and back to Lucarelli. Swinging it over Vargo. 3.5 to go in overtime. Again, both teams will be on the will be in the bonus in the next foul. Here's Niles. Now Lucarelli. Ball went up by a possession. Lucarelli drives and backs out of it and goes to Vargo. Under 3 minutes. Lindsey Bernardis. Bernardis lost it, got it back over to Meyer. Kelsey Meyer puts it up and in. Kelsey Meyer with all 5 points in overtime for Baldwin, 54-49.
I think that was the longest offensive possession we've seen from Baldwin in the game as well.
It was a good look for Meyer inside the paint, and the floater dropped in. This one thrown away by Sadie Ori, over and back called as it went out of bounds. So not even over and back. It'll be inbounded. Would have been better in terms of where the ball was going to be inbounded for Bethel Park, but since it went out of bounds right at the Baldwin bench, no one touched it, it'll be right there. Meyer will throw it in. And maybe not something that matters as much because Lucarelli just brings it over the timeline with ease, and Baldwin doesn't look to try to take advantage of where the inbound was. Sent over to Lucarelli. Now Niles. Bounce pass, Bernardis, and a timeout called by Baldwin. 2:19 to go in overtime. It's been a thrilling game. 54-49. It's a 30-second timeout called by Baldwin. And it's been Kelsey Meyer in the last couple of possessions that's been the big difference maker.
Yeah, and I think what head coach Jamal Woodson's trying to do is set up his team defensively, up by 5, 2 possessions. Bethel Park needs to get back into this one. I think they're going to try to draw something up here to keep that ball moving, flowing around the perimeter, and take as much time as off of the clock as they possibly can with no shot clock in high school basketball.
54-49 here in overtime. Get the scoreboard up for you in just a moment. Making sure we have the clock adjusted right as sent in to Lucarelli. Now Vargo. Mary Vargo over to Niles. Bella Niles bounce pass to Vargo. Dangerous pass. Vargo throws it up for grabs and it's taken away by Sabatis. Vargo fell to the ground. And an offensive foul called on Bethel Park. I think it's going to go on Kat Both. It is. A little bit of a shove to Vargo. Didn't really see much there. See, maybe if we have another look at it.
Yeah, it was a play Vargo made up for. Not the best decision for Baldwin to go to Niles, and then Niles just brings it deeper into the corner and gives it to Vargo, who was basically on the baseline, just nowhere to go, trapped themselves in.
Bernardis in the Meyer, or Bernardis rather. And Lindsey Bernardis' layup is up and in. Steve Norman calls timeout, furious. Now down by 7. Lindsey Bernardis' first points since the second quarter, 13 on the day. It's 56-49, an explosion from Baldwin to begin the overtime period.
Yeah, they really started to come back alive at the end of that fourth quarter, and it's really just carried into this overtime period. It's a big basket by Lindsay Bernardes. Hasn't scored since the second quarter. Now has 13 to her name, and expected Baldwin to maybe hold that possession a little bit longer to take time off the clock, but they kind of caught the Blackhawks off guard quickly on the inbound. Bernardes came in and just found herself in an easy position to finish at the rim.
Bethel Park has gotten some decent looks, but not necessarily as great as the looks that Baldwin has had in the overtime. Just some easier plays, easier finishes, and good shot attempt led by Meyer.
Yeah, and I think one thing, Bethel Park was ahead of this Baldwin defense in the first half because of their ability to hit the three ball. They haven't been able to do that in the second half and in the overtime period. Only 2 threes that both came in the third quarter, and it's really helped Baldwin defensively because that three ball really hasn't been a threat so far in the second half.
Baldwin deploys the full court press into Ori, guarded by Vargo. Ori over the timeline. Benlock with it, back to Ori. Ori to Harmon. Harmon has a driving lane. Good look on the layup. Harmon just can't get it to roll in. It'll be 2 shots at the line.
Ball and foul, number 13, Kelsey Meyer. Her fourth.
Kelsey Meyer picks up her 4th.
Harmon at the line, shooting 2.
2 free throws for Harmon. Not scored since the third quarter. Rattles that one out. .146 to go here in overtime. Stick around for TJ and Bethel boys basketball up next. Second free throw good for Harmon. Now with 13 points. Full court pressure from Bethel Park. Vargo breaks it but gives it up. Benlock tried to pass it up, but a foul was called from the official all the way on the far side of the floor. Not the official that was standing right in front of the pile of players there.
Yeah, and again, it's just a bad pass from Vargo. Bethel Park trapping.
Just threw it into the trap.
Yeah, and she stopped right there at the corner. She needed to continue to drive into the offensive half and give themselves space to pass back and set up.
So here's Benlock, makes the first. Julia Benlock have not scored, I should say, since the first half. 3 points in the first quarter, 2 in the second. Rather, did have 2 in the fourth, my apologies. Makes them both. Trap comes again. Bernardes to Vargo. Wide open Niles, and instead of trying to take the layup, backs it out and turns it over. Into the hands of Harmon. Should have probably just taken the wide open layup, take the points. As now Sadie Ori has a driving lane. Ori steps inside, but left it off the side of the rim. And a timeout called by Baldwin. Final timeout for Baldwin of overtime. 1:20 to go on the clock.
Yeah, I think it's just head coach Jamal Woodson kind of reminding his team the situation and what needs to happen on each possession. I'm with you on that last one, Austin. I think Niles has to go and take the points that she was given right there.
Easy layup.
Instead, she tried to swing it back out, take some more time off the clock, but she turned it right over, and that could have been an easy 4-point swing for the Blackhawks, but they were just lucky on the defensive end. They were able to grab the rebound.
There has to be a balance between burning clock and just being smart and taking more points, and there the line's just blending a little bit.
Yeah, I think
blurred.
Right now with a minute and 20 seconds left in this overtime period, there's not too much clock you can really take off to begin with. I think you got to take the points, just keep extending that lead, and force Bethel Park to continue to be aggressive every offensive possession.
So Meyer will inbound it. It's a 4-point game with 1:20 to go. Baldwin up 56-52. Meyer throws it in. Lucarelli's got it and gets past the defense. Lucarelli to Vargo. Vargo back to Lucarelli. Bethel Park wanted to travel on Lucarelli, who tried to corral it, but no call. Up to Lucarelli again. Lucarelli on the double team, swings it over Bernardes. Bernardes back to Lucarelli. Niles is wide open in the corner, and a foul called.
Just playing catch.
Yeah, back and forth like a hot potato. 61 seconds left in overtime. Foul goes on Ellis Sabatis, her second.
Yeah, and I think for Bethel Park, a wrong person they fouled.
Yeah. Lucarelli, 1 of 2 at the line. Makes the first. Now with 15 points. Lucarelli makes them both. Here's Ori up the floor. And a battle between Jamal Woodson and Stephen Norman. And the coaching battle tonight, Baldwin and Bethel Park. 2 guys that coached together at Baldwin last year. Bethel Park calls timeout. 49 seconds remain. Blackhawks trail it by 6. And at this point in time, you don't want to just try to rush and put up a bad 3. But it might be opportune to try to get a triple to fall. A good play off the inbounds to set it up.
Yeah, just pretty much take what the Baldwin defense is giving you. If they're letting you go inside and not doubling you and letting that size advantage be in your favor, then I think you just have to go take the 2 points and cut that lead, try to go again and win the ball back on the defensive side of the floor. If, they're giving you the option to continue to move the ball around the floor and you can find yourself in a position to take an open 3, you got to go for it. It's really just a battle of what Baldwin's willing to give up.
Stick around for game 2. Thomas Jefferson, Bethel Park boys basketball will take the floor in a battle of 2 teams undefeated in section play. It's going to be a really good one. Excited for that. But first, still business to take care of. Baldwin up by 6, 58-52. Sadie Ori will throw it in. We're going to get it to Benlock, and does. Benlock guarded by Bernatus, and whistle right away. It's going to be a foul on Bernatus. Kind of looks like a hand check call there. Not much, but enough on Bernatus to put Julia Benlock at the line. 2 for 2 in this overtime period. Makes the first. Nothing but net. One thing that Bethel Park does do very well is shoot free throws.
Yes.
Only 3 missed today. 2 from Sabatis. 1 from Harmon. That was in the first quarter. Both perfect from Benlock. Now with 11. Lucarelli, bounce pass. Vargo. Vargo looks for Niles. Throws it up for grabs. Niles gives it over to Bernatus. Lindsey Bernatus to Vargo. Vargo trapped and swings it over. Lucarelli as the clock continues to wind down. Lucarelli. Vargo gets fouled. 32.3 remaining. Kapoth picks up the foul. It's her second. Mary Vargo at the free throw line. She is 2 of 4 today. No points in the overtime yet. Those are first. That one her first. Now with 13. Vargo's second shot off the front of the rim. Harmon with it, and another foul called. That one goes on Bella Niles, and another one that just didn't seem like there was really honestly anything there.
No, I think they're calling her for a push, but it looked like more, if anything, it looked like more of her reaching in. Well, didn't really get the ball.
Yeah, more of a reach than a push. The second foul on Niles. First free throw miss, though, for Harmon.
Yeah, tough day for her. Before that one, she was 2 for 4, now 2 for 5.
Yeah, not a good look there on that last free throw when it bounced out, but that one perfect. Now 14 points. Bounce backs into Lucarelli. Up the floor, Vargo. Up to Niles. Niles this time will take the layup, but missed it. Vargo on the rebound gets fouled. No signal as to if it's going to be on Baldwin yet or not. I think that will be the case. They're going to call. No, it's not. They're pointing at Mary Vargo to shoot the free throws. Julia Benlock picks up the foul, and she is out. 5 fouls on Julia Benlock. Fouled out of the game with 11 points. 2 more free throws coming for Mary Vargo with 25 seconds left. Vargo drops in the first. Second one perfect. 15 points now for Mary Vargo. Ori over the timeline, 22 seconds and counting. Ori pressured by Bernadas. Ori gives it over to Boff. Cap off to Ori. Sadie Ori guarded by Bernadas. Ori gives it over to Gillenberger. Gillenberger, kick ball. Possession out of bounds to Bethel Park with 10.8 left. Boff will throw it in. Into Ori and off her hands. Kelsey Myers got it. Meyer is fouled. And that should do it. 7.2 left. Kelsey Meyer will shoot free throws. Foul goes on Sadie Ori, her second. Kelsey Meyer shoot two, try to give her double figures on the game and put this one in the books. Meyer off the front of the rim. It's a 6-point game. Meyer now 1 of 2 at the line. 1 of 3. 6 seconds left. Ori up the floor. Gets it to Boff. Boff gets fouled by Lucarelli with 2.6 left. An unnecessary foul there from Katie Lucarelli. As Kat Boff only scored in the first quarter. It was a 3. She makes the first. Boff's second shot bounces off. Niles has it. The game comes to an end. 61-56. Baldwin battles back and wins it in overtime. The Fighting Highlanders win it by 5 with 11 points, 12 points in the overtime period compared to only 7 for the Blackhawks. 14 points for Ella Harmon, 11 for Julia Benblock, 10 for Sadie Ori for the Bethel Park Blackhawks. On the other side for Baldwin, 15 points from Mary Vargo, 16 from Katie Lucarelli, and 13 from Lindsay Bernadas. Won it for the Fighting Highlanders to advance to an even 7-7 on the year, 1-5 first section victory of the year. Bethel Park drops to 4-9 and 1-4 in section 2 of 6A. Thank everybody that made this broadcast possible, including Gino and Joey Bonity inside the production truck, as well as Jill Whita, for Jake Mislichik and Ryan Milan, as well as Tyler Zeman. I'm Austin Bechtel saying so long, repeating the final score, 61-56. The Baldwin Fighting Highlanders win it. Change out your stream. Bethel Park boys take the court next against the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars here on Black Hawk TV.